The courage to sell. Action number 6. So if you haven't watched the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actions, you should be able to access all of them. I think I did a playlist on my Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, let me know and I'll send it to you. I need to delete these comments. Here we go, because that's an old event. So I want to share with you specifics around sales using your online presence. And I want to share something that is very personal, that I see in others, that I see in women entrepreneurs and leaders who are navigating uncertainties. And here's the thing. So I'm going to go with a mindset tip, and I'm going to go with a tangible, action-driven tip. If you don't know me yet, I'm Angélique Binet. I'm the founder of Social Media Love, and I help women entrepreneurs, women with big dreams, women of influence. By the way, if you're watching now, happy International Women's Day. To fall in love with their fears of becoming visible. When it comes to recruiting new clients, when it comes packaging premium offers, when it comes to do a big move, a change, a shift, to ask for what seems impossible. So women who are going towards their wildest dreams, where there is no room for rational, but just for the heart to speak, that's what I do. And today I want to share with you the key question that I use for myself a lot. Who are you in the gap between where you started as a successful woman, entrepreneurs and leader, to the next move you're doing, the gap where nothing happens, where it seems that nothing happens? And so this is something I want to bring to the forefront, because if we don't pay attention to this, this is where self-sabotage comes in. Our mind has a tendency to give us thoughts that we are here to lose anyway. So when everything shifts and you are here to win, the person you are in the gap between, the moment that you are jumping from that summit to access the next summit, this is everything, because this is where your energy, the way you speak, the way you show up or not, the way you have, relationships, whether it's with prospects, leads, even in your life, private life, this is key to everything. And that's something that I've discovered about myself. I had a tendency, and now I'm very aware of it, so I know that the way my neural pathways are built, if I don't pay attention, you go back to the default setting, right? So that's why we do Magic with Social Media Love, because we go away from the default setting to the new settings, the new upgrade. Okay? So, for example, how many of you, when you are shifting, like when you are having conversation with a potential client, and then there is a no, I don't want to work with you, I'm not interested, I'm not buying, someone leaves your store without buying, like, I want you to bring your awareness around what is the story that is going on when this happened. And, you may be like the mindset girl saying, well, it doesn't mean anything about myself, and all the, empowerment tools you have, because the women that I attract have a lot of experience in, personal growth and inner empowerment. But I want you to be true to yourself. What are the stories that are coming up? And when we start to pay attention, it's very interesting. So that will be like, when you get a no, or when you get like right now, a lot of you are shifting markets because of, what's happening in the world, and you want to expand your markets. So for example, I work with a lot of US people and a lot of Canadian people. So some of you Canadians, your products and services might be impacted by what's going on. So you need to develop more of your Canadian market. in those cases, you know, who are you going to be in the gap? And I want you to feel that, because that's the work I do on myself and I do with my clients. When you know you are here to win no matter what, the way you're going to approach your next post, your next live, your next sales calls, your next, you know, maybe you want to collaborate with someone that you really appreciate and you see the potential of your collaboration for your business and their business. Your energy will be completely different. You're going to come from a place of abundance versus a place of lack. And humans, even if they're not aware of it, they feel that. Like you can smell a tuna can when it's open. Huh, really? Yeah, I think it's a good imagery. We feel energy, all of us, whether we are into the energy world or not. We are energy, whether we want or not to believe in it. Like if you go to the science part of it, we are energy first. So whatever you say online, if you come or in a conversation, or while you're waiting for the next client, or while you're waiting for the next collaboration, who are you in between that? Do you still think like someone who's gonna win? Or do you see yourself already losing? And that's something that was like mind-blowing for me, because I could see, and that's why I did the work. And that's why now I bring you Magic with Social Media Love, because we uncover all those, you know, back single tracks that you have in your subconscious mind, where you are repeating to yourself that you are not enough, that this is not going to work anyway, this is too crazy, this is too high, this is too whatever, even though your conscious mind is saying the contrary. So I just wanted to bring that. Who are you in between your successes? Who are you in between every achievement that you want to achieve? Because that is the key. That is the key. So that's the mindset piece. Now I want to bring, because you know it's called the courage to sell, I want to bring this to you. Maybe you are in a phase right now where you're not sure that your business is gonna grow that way, or maybe you're plateauing, or maybe you're shifting markets. And I want you to today take an action that reflect what I'm just talking about. If you knew that your program would be filled, if you knew that your new market wants your product, if you knew that that collaborator was saying, yeah, of course I want to collaborate with you, that's part of my dream, you know, what would you do today? And do it. It can be small, nano, medium, large. Just do it. Honor that. Honor that. So that's, you know, the first time I did this, I'm going to give you an example. And if you've read my book, you read the story. The first time that I started to really become honoring my dreams, and one of my dreams was to be able to go back to my country where I'm from and host a luxury retreat for women entrepreneurs and leaders. It meant a lot to me, because in France, they don't know the entrepreneur I became since I left. And I wanted to do it in my birthplace. It was very symbolic to me. And I wanted to do it in the most luxurious hotel that there is in the region, where my parents live, where, you know, in my old belief system, it was not meant for the farm girl that I was, because I'm from a farm. And so in my vision, I was rehearsing, you know, a vision. Like I could see myself, I could see the woman in that beautiful hotel. I could feel how I was feeling during the retreat. I could see the impact of this retreat on the women and how they felt after and all the things. But then envisioning and visualizing is key, because that helps your body and your mind to be experiencing in current time, in your present time, the emotions of your future, and that changes your chemistry in your body. And then when you are, you know, optimized with your hormones, you think optimized. Your brain is doing all the things that it's supposed to do to create the best out of you. And so the question came to me: if you knew that the retreat was on that it was filled with the 10 women you see in your vision, what would you do today? With no proof that you have a hotel, that you can even pay for the hotel, that you're gonna even have one person, what would you do? And so there is something that I teach in Magic with Social Media Love to help you achieve your projects from that perspective. That is very important. And so when I did that exercise at the end, the question is, what would she do? And then you listen to your heart. And then my heart said, you book the hotel today. So the key is to listen to your intuition and do it. So I reached out to the hotel and I put a date, and they asked me for a deposit by that date, and I did it. That was very scary. I had no proof it could work. I had no proof someone would sign up, but I did it. I trusted that if I put it out there and keep, taking the aligned action towards the vision I have, it will happen. And if you read the book, you'll see it happened. But I want to share that with you, because whatever shift you're doing right now, if you feel in a gap because of external circumstances, what's going on, or because you are not sure what you're doing in your strategy with your marketing or with your sales process, I want you to know that, number one, I can help you, but there is more to this. There is more than to strategies. There is more to marketing. There is more to tactics. There is who you are being as you are doing. And are you doing too much? Hey, yeah, because a lot of you are here, like you're talking a lot about your procrastination, and you are like judging yourself for that, when in fact procrastination is a protection mechanism. So any of those, imposter syndrome is another one that I hear. Or maybe you have you think you are at a plateau and you're feel like, how do I get over there? How do I get higher? All these are protection mechanism that your mind and body uses to stop you from growing. And it's because it feels that if you go there, it's so unfamiliar, unknown, you could die. That's how we are wired with our nervous system. Our nervous system's job is to make sure you get up tomorrow morning the same way you got up this morning. But because you are an ambitious, courageous woman, you don't want to wake up like today. You want to wake up and be further, bigger, more impact, more money, more fun, more ease, more time. And you're building the dream through this. So everything you do outside of what you currently do is felt like a threat. So who are you in the gap when you are allowing yourself to bring your mind and your body in the gap where your nervous system feels threatened? And that's when fears comes in. So that's why in Magic with Social Media Love, that is opening on my birthday at the end of the month, we teach you the key part, which is how to dance with your fears. In our world, we love our fears. The fears are your green flag. The fears are your green flag. I'm going to give you an example. I always celebrate when new women are enrolling in our programs, whether it's privately or in a group program, because I believe in the power of celebration. I believe that if I tell you that a woman came in our world, it will inspire you to get support, whether it's from me or someone else. So, and then it helps me anchor that I have an impact one woman at a time. And I love celebration for that, because it helps your nervous system to normalize success, not keep it as a secret. Like how many times when you were a little girl, you were asked to be not too loud? Or if you had a massive, success at school or in a project, don't be too loud, because you're gonna make your sister, your brother sad, or your friend sad that you're so good at the things you do, right? So that's part of one of the reason why I celebrate my success and the success of the woman who comes in and say yes to themselves. So this morning, I wanted to announce, because I do that all the time, and this morning, for whatever reason, I felt resistance announcing the latest woman who said yes. And so for me, as soon as, I feel a resistance, and resistance is your fears in disguise, okay? I know that's my green flag. You're gonna post it everywhere, Angelique. So I had to do some breathing exercise, and now it's supposed to be everywhere. If it's not, it will be, but it should be everywhere. But so that's what I call, who are you in the gap? Because that really defines your next level of success. On that note, welcome to the Courage to Sell. And my invitation to you is to observe, who are you in the gap, whatever gap you are in. And a gap is not good or bad. It's the time frame between one level of success to another. And I promise you that when you start touching the gap and feel it from that place of there is no other way that you're gonna win the game of life and business, it feels so much easier. So much easier. But if you've been like me, with a brain who is like always in worry, always in overwhelm, if I'm not validated right away, then it means something about me, like that. Those are most of the time societal things, you know. Then you have to undo that in your mind and in your body. The body hold that as well. So that's why the beauty of Magic with Social Media Love is to help you navigate the growth of business from a mind and body perspective. Because you know what? Business is not just an external game. It starts within. And I know that now for sure. The more me I am, the more money I make. All right, I'm going to let you go. If any of this resonates with you, I want to hear from you. You know, commenting is an act of visibility. DMing is an act of visibility. And maybe what I'm telling you is activating some fears in you. I want to know. It's your actually green flag. And if you know right now that you are, yeah, I want to be in Magic with Social Media Love, I want you to tell me too, because what we do, we always start with a 15-minute conversation to make sure that it's aligned with what you're trying to achieve in your business, or maybe you're in between two you know, maybe you're about to start the business. You know, it works for any seasoned entrepreneur or starting entrepreneurs, or if you're shifting, repositioning yourself, that will help you too. So we start with a 15-minute call where I'm going to ask you a few questions. And then if I feel that it can serve you, I will confirm and invite you to join. And we start on the eve of my birthday. I'm going to turn 50. And then for 12 weeks, we're going to be together. It's a mix of, you know, training, like curriculum-based, that you're going to keep until you die, that you're going to use until you die. And then a lot of access to me and my beautiful partner, Coach Kim, for anything business related, sales process, pricing. How do I show up? How do I build my authority online as an influencer? You know, access to me that way. And then also deepening of the mindset work that it takes. Because as you know, if you've been an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship's gonna get you in all the corners you're trying to hide. And most of the time it's very personal. It has nothing to do with business. So we help you with that too. Becoming aware. Consciousness, awareness is the key to change. You cannot change what you don't see, right? So, ciao, bye, bye. That was the Courage to Sell number 6.